Okay, hello again. We're back, and today's battle will be taking place on this 4x4 board. It's going to be a small one, and this is what it looks like at the moment. It's going to be a 33 power army, which I know it sounds strange, but I will explain that in a second. The mission. I rolled up for mission. I got Crucible of War Patrol. So that's what we're going to be playing today. You can see they've got these funny L-shaped deployment zones, which we've got one here marked by the red dice is the attacking side, one marked by the bone coloured dice is the defending side. So let's have a look at the first army, which will be the attackers, which I've already rolled for, and they came up as attacking. So let's have a look. Demons, more specifically corn demons, because they're the only demons I have. But the reason that it's a funny power level is because I added up all of the demons I have, and that's what it came to. So let's have a look. At the front we've got this cool demon prince. He has wings, and he has a demonic axe, malefic talons, a warp bolter. And he is the warlord, and his warlord trait I rolled for, and he got number 3 in the Chaos book, which is the one that gives him an extra wound, and also he gets a 6+ feel no pain type of thing. So that's him. Then over here we have Skull Taker. Never used him before in a battle, even though I've had him for quite a long time. This is a metal one. Never used him, so he will be in the fray. Then over here, basking in the sun, is Harold the Herald. You may remember from the last video. He's back. And in terms of troops, we've got one unit of 20 Bloodletters. This guy here with the golden horns and the black base is the Blood Reaper in that unit. There's 2 demonic, whatever they're called, icons, I think, or banners, and then there's 2 trumpet players, or whatever kind of horn that is. I'm not too good at horn instruments. Bassoon, perhaps, I'm not sure. Anyway, and there's another unit of 8 Bloodletters there. The guy with the silver horns is the Blood Reaper. These are the yellow fins. And then we've got the Fire Blades. There's the Blood Reaper. And we've got the banner and the instrument somewhere there. So that's the Demons. 3 troops, 3 HQs, which makes them a battalion detachment, giving them 6 command points total. And these will be the attackers. So 3 units will start on the board as per the rules, and 3 in reserve. Let's have a look at the next army. Okay, here are the defenders, Space Wolves. Now for this army I thought it would be fun to use this little death pack formation. It's a little piece of paper that comes in one of the old Space Wolf kits. And what that is 1 Wolf Lord, 1 unit of Grey Hunters, and 1 unit of Thunderwolf Cavalry. And they get this special rule for glory for Russ. I'll leave that there so you can read that. Obviously I'm going to adapt it for 8th edition rules, but it's pretty much the same. So for that formation, we've got one Lord. I've got a Wolf Lord in Terminator armour. He has a Power Fist with wrist-mounted grenade launcher, and he has the Kraken Bone sword, which is the artifact. His Warlord trait is Saga of the Bear, I think it's called, and it gives him +1 wound. Then elites, we've got this guy. Actually, let me finish the Death Pack formation first. 10 Grey Hunters with an embedded Terminator, Thunderhammer Storm Shield. Grey Hunters have all got a chain sword, and there's 2 melter guns, and the pack leader has a power axe. And the Thunder Wolves over here, we've got Frost Axe, Storm Shield, Thunderhammer Storm Shield, and the Claw and Plasma Pistol on the pack leader. We've got 5 Fenrisian Wolves and 1 Cyber Wolf. And then that's the Death Pack formation. And then I had some power left over, so we've got this guy, who is a Great Company champion. So he has a power sword, bolt pistol and combat shield. And that comes to 32 power, so 1 power less than the Daemons. So what I'm going to do to make up for that is give them 1 extra command point. That is a battalion detachment, I think. Oh no, sorry, it's a patrol detachment, which gives them 3 command points. So they'll have 4 command points in total against the Daemons 6. So a little bit outnumbered, or out command pointed. And these guys will be the defenders in the scenario. So let's have a look at the deployment. Alright, here's the deployment. Demon Prince, Blood Letters, Yellow Fins, Skull Taker. They are the attackers. Defending, we've got the Wolves there, the Grey Hunters there, and you can just see the tip of the sword. Hiding behind the big rock is the Lord. So let's go on to turn 1. Okay, Space Wolves won the roll off to go first. So they've all moved around the corner up, all the Marines and the Lord. And the Wolves moved up. They then advanced 2 inches. The Wolves over here fired their bolt guns at Skull Taker, doing no damage at all. So now on to Daemons, turn 1. Okay, Daemons turn. The Blood Letters moved up and advanced 4. The Demon Prince moved up and fired his Warp Bolter, doing nothing, into those Marines. Skull Taker moved up and charged and managed to kill 3 of the Wolves, so he's doing pretty well at the moment. On to turn 2 for the Space Wolves when we start rolling for reserves. Okay, all of the Space Wolves reserves came on. The Thunder Wolves and the Champion came on this edge. The Marines have all moved up and they managed to wipe out the Blood Letters with their bolter fire. The one guy with a melter who was in range at the front there split fire into the Demon Prince and did nothing. The Wolves managed to take a couple of wounds off a Skull Taker, but he then killed the Wolves, so there's only the Cyber Wolf left. Now going on to Demons' turn. Alright, I'm not sure if I mentioned at the start of the battle, but the victory conditions for this mission are kill points. So 1 victory point per unit. So the Space Wolves are now up 2-0 because they got 1 for first blood, killing those yellow fins, and then that's another 1 for killing the unit. So they're up 2-0 at the moment. Let's look at the movement for the Demons then. All of the Demons reserves also arrived. They all rolled their reserve rolls. So we got the Fire Blades down here. Then we got Harold. And then we got this big unit of Bloodletters here. And then for the movement, Demon Prince has moved up. So he's ready. He's 1 inch away now, ready to charge, and he fired his warp bolter but did nothing. So now we're going to resolve some Overwatch and then get into this mess of a combat here and see what happens. So the Demon Prince charged in and wiped out half of this squad, and the Terminator and all the Marines combined could only do 1 wound back to him, so he's now down to 7. Skulltaker finished off the Cyber Wolf, and now he's on his way over to challenge the Lord. So, on to Space Wolves, turn 3. I also just forgot to mention that the Space Wolves used up 2 command points in the fight, trying to save themselves. That's also another victory, or the first victory point for the Demons for taking out the unit of Wolves. So their score is now 2-1 to Space Wolves. Space Wolves turn 3. Alright, the Lord managed to finish off Skulltaker, getting another victory point. And the Thunderwolves charged in, and there was a bit of a combat here. The Wolves and the Terminator and the Marines managed to take quite a few wounds off of the Demon Prince. I also remembered last turn that his Warlord trait gives him +1 wound, so I added that back on. But he's now down to 3, and he fought back against the Thunderwolves, and they managed to make all of their Storm Shield saves, so they're still alive. So now on to Demon's turn. Alright, the Bloodletters came on, and they managed to make a really long charge because they have the instrument which adds 1 to their charge distance, and they also used a command point, and they made their, I think it was a 10-inch charge, no sorry, it was a 9-inch charge, and they made it and killed the Lord. So that's Slay the Warlord, another point for a unit. So that's another 2 victory points for the Demons. Over here in this combat, the Demon Prince is down to 1 wound left. The Space Wolves still can't finish him off, but he can't seem to finish them off either. He did a lot of hits and no wounds on the Thunderwolves, so they're still there fighting. So now on to Space Wolves turn 4. Not a very eventful turn for the Space Wolves because they're all locked in combat, but the Great Company Champion, who's this guy down here, he fired a bolt pistol at the Bloodletters and missed. And then the Terminator in the Grey Hunter squad managed to kill the Demon Prince with his Thunder Hammer. So that gets them, slay the Warlord, and a unit kill point. And it also gets them out of combat now. So the Space Wolves may be able to hang on. All they've got to do now is take on 30 Bloodletters and the Herald, and they should be alright. But another 2 victory points for them. Now onto the Bloodletters, Demons' turn. Alright, combat. The Herald and the Bloodletters charged the Thunderwolves. They killed 2, and the last one has got 1 wound left. And he only managed to kill 1 in return. The other unit of Bloodletters charged the Marines and killed 5 of them. So there's only the Terminator and the pack leader left in that squad, and the champion over there. So a pretty brutal turn for the Demons, but they didn't manage to get any victory points yet because all the units are still there. So we're going to go on to the next turn and see if the Space Wolves can come back. But it's not looking good for the Space Wolves. Looks like they're about to get overrun by the Red Horde. Space Wolves turn 5. So the Bloodletters finished off the last Thunderwolf and consolidated this way. These, the last 3 Space Wolves managed to kill a couple more Bloodletters. I think the Thunderwolf managed to kill 1 as well. But this is not looking good. There's only 1 Terminator, 1 Wolfpack leader, and the Great Company champion left to fend off all of these Bloodletters, and the Herald is in there as well. And yeah, now it's Demons turn 5. Okay, as expected, the Red Tide, the Crimson Tide, obliterated the last 3 Marines, and they couldn't do anything back. They just took them out. Just way too many attacks. Rolled a lot of 6s for the Hellblades as well, which do 2 damage apiece, which took out the Storm Shield Terminator and the Combat Shield on the champion. So yeah, they were absolutely helpless. And that also gives the Demons enough. That gives the Demons enough victory points to overtake the lead. So they have 6 against the Space Wolves 5. Not that it matters, because it was a full-on tabling. So Demons are victorious. Well, we'll have a look at the league table, work out their points and adjust the new standings for the channel. Demon victory.